45 days. It may seem like a long time since Hurricane Helene hit the Carolinas, but the mental and emotional toll it caused still lingers for many people. We saw devastating scenes in our mountain communities with landslides, historic flooding, and sadly, more than 100 deaths in North Carolina alone. Some people cut off from society.
They were completely trapped. The road was impassable from trees and washouts, but they were on an island about a half mile from the nearest neighbor.
We told you about Sam Perkins, who walked 11 miles after the storm to check on his parents. The roads there, not passable. Emotions from that day can feel heightened, especially during hurricane season. UT physicians say these feelings can include PTSD, like flashbacks, heightened anxiety, sleep disturbances, and irritability in response to severe weather events or just anticipation of them. You remember Asheville was one of the hardest hit areas from Helene. Workers with the All Souls Counseling Center say they see people daily who face these struggles, many facing emotional and mental trauma from Helene. Over the last year, the center hired more therapists and started new community-based programming to help those in need. Workers say the healing process will take time, and they encourage people to be patient.
Asking the questions, what do you need now? We don't want to make assumptions about what is needed, and especially in these smaller communities.
When we look at studies of disaster, 1 year post a natural disaster is usually when healing starts.
One of the go-to coping exercises they use is having people ground themselves. This can include getting your feet literally in the earth, meaning taking your shoes off and just standing outside when the weather is calm. They also recommend focus on your breathing, which you can do very easily, and sometimes you can forget, specifically focusing on your exhale. Another tip therapists have for those with weather trauma, having a plan in place for when something happens like rain or storms. This can be as simple as putting earbuds in and having a calm place to go to.
Yeah, all great advice. Coming up next, we have tonight's cover story.